Well, welcome back, everybody. It's time to hit the road again, and the Doobies are at the new D Sky Club in Atlanta, Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, and we're off for another adventure. Join us as we head to Rome.
Better ease up on those old fashions, Doobie. We are just getting started on our 24-day adventure touching 3 continents. But first, we have to get out of the ATL, and weather and delays getting into Atlanta mean our A330neo, which started the day with 30 open seats, now has over 90 open seats. Will we get an upgrade?
Those are the power of government shutdowns and free upgrades. We ended up in our own suite on our way to Rome for this Traveling with the Doobies, so lucky us.
All politics aside, I hate it that so many people won't be making their flight to Rome. My honest sympathies, as these often are once-in-a-lifetime trips. As we rumble onto the runway, it's time to review the itinerary for this series with Traveling with the Doobies, our longest trip to date. We'll start with 2 days in Rome at the Hotel Baglioni Regina. Day 3, we will join the Seabourn Encore for a 21-night trip to ports in Ajaccio, Corsica, Alghero, Sardinia, Mahon, Menorca, Spain, Ibiza, Spain, Cartagena, Spain, Modril in Spain, in order to see Granada, Ceuta in Spanish Morocco, Africa. Then we'll have a day off and visit Lisbon before spending 8 days at sea. We'll overnight in Bermuda and then spend 2 more days at sea before we finally get off the ship in Miami, Florida. Okay, just thinking about this itinerary and I have an appetite. Luckily, Delta One service has us covered. Surprisingly, some of the best smoked salmon I have had, followed by ravioli. It disappeared, and then the dessert cart. I recommend that sundae with those crushed up Biscoff cookies. Time to settle in nice and comfy. Now, Delta One with a back pillow that converts into a bed pad. Ugh, at least one of us could sleep on planes. One of the first sights as we fly down the Italian coast is the port of Civitavecchia. We were going to see you in about 50 hours. For now, let's get on the ground at Fiumicino. Travel advisory. I'm not a big fan of filming as we travel through customs, especially in foreign countries, but it's worth noting that the EU is in the process of implementing new entry procedures, and FCO has been an early adopter of new technology. Just a short walk from the plane, we stopped at kiosks to scan passports, our faces, and fingerprints, as well as to answer an electronic questionnaire. A security worker then affixed a green EES FCO sticker on our passports. A short walk through the terminal, no longer a controlled tunnel, you come to border control with a man-trap system that scans your passport, opens first gate, scans your face, and either lets you in or calls for an officer. For me, no issues. After that, there is still an officer that stamps your passport, but no questions, so I think this goes away in the next few months. Donna Doobie got stuck in the man-trap for a minute, but no delays or hassles. With a few minutes, we had our bags and were off to the hotel all before noon. We are joined once again by Medfit Culture on this trip, and we have 2 goals today in Rome. First, stay awake until at least 10 p.m., and second, go see some parts of Rome we previously have not experienced, all while making sure that the Rome rookies see some of the highlights. We head out towards the Tiber on a route that first takes us down the Spanish Steps. Hey, guy.
Here they're working on on restoring the tomb of Augustus.
Our first target attraction is the Ara Pacis, the Altar of Peace. which is next to the ever being restored tomb of Augustus. The Ara Pacis was originally commissioned by the Roman Senate sometime between 13 and 9 BCE to commemorate the military campaigns of Augustus Caesar in Spain and Gaul that preceded the Pax Romana. The altar itself was ultimately buried by the flooding of the Tiber and the ever-building of the city upon itself until it was unearthed in the 1930s. Mussolini, seeing the altar as a symbol of Roman glory and empire, had the altar moved to its current location directly adjacent to the tomb of Augustus. The current building and museum structure was commissioned in 1996 to American architect Richard Meyer, and the building we visit today was opened in 2006. Walking through this small but important piece of history in its modern and protective home is definitely worth a short stop. After leaving the Ara Pacis, it's just a hop across the street and we're walking along the Tiber River. As we move along the flood walls, these steep stone embankments were built up after a particularly devastating flood hit the city in 1870. On this gorgeous fall day, the river is tame, and runners, locals, and tourists are all enjoying this multi-level promenade on the west side of the Centro Historico. We also see that it's not only people and pets that are enjoying the Tiber riverfront. About 10 minutes walking along the river and we turn onto the Ponte Sant'Angelo. This bridge, built at the direction of Emperor Hadrian in 136 AD, is the path over the river to Castle Sant'Angelo, which housed Hadrian's mausoleum. Nothing like digging your own grave when you are the boss. Aside from the age and original purpose of the bridge, it was Bernini who brought life back to the bridge in the 17th century with his parade of angels overlooking this sea of iPhones and GoPros. The castle itself didn't provide much rest for Hadrian and his family, as it was converted to a fortress. It was then sacked by the Goths, who looted and scattered the imperial remains, and ultimately became a papal fortress in the 1400s. The castle also has served as a prison. Inside a medieval wall that runs into the Vatican is a passage that allowed the Pope and his entourage to escape St. Peter's if it was ever in danger and seek safety back behind these castle walls. So new in the 3 years since we last were in Rome? Porta potties. And those who know what a find this is. So we have walked ourselves past lunchtime. So what to do for a late afternoon pick-me-up? We pop into Sweet Life for their amazing artisanal gelato. And on this day, they have created multiple chocolate gelati, and we opt for the deep, dark, and rich chocolate from Ecuador. Memories of the Galapagos.
Hello. Please look inside. One camera.
Now with gelato and caffeine fueling us, we swing through the Stadium of Domitian, also known as Piazza Navona, with Bernini's Fontana dei Quattro Fiumi, representing the Ganges, the Nile, the Rio de Plata, and the Danube, and overlooked by the Church of St. Agnes and Agony, built on the spot where St. Agnes was publicly martyred. Next stop, take the Medfit travel crew for a quick swing by the Pantheon, and this is about where we lost them. We searched up and down the alleys behind the Pantheon, and no sign of them. Well, I guess Rome has them now. Back at the Baglioni, we have a nice Prosecco gift from management. Not to worry, we all found our way back for dinner tonight at Il Giardino Antica Osteria, 1909. An appetizer of 6 fish dishes, hot and cold, frittura de calamari manzacole, amazing carbonara, lasagna bolognese, and tiramisu and cheesecake in a cup. Now we're ready for bed. We'll see you back next time as we explore this eternal city. Good night, all.